For decades, they were the untouchable titans of Russia. Their fortunes and fates intertwined with Vladimir Putin. But behind the gilded walls of the Kremlin, a seismic shift is underway. The very oligarchs who helped Putin rise are now quietly, and sometimes not so quietly, working to dismantle his power structure. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to reveal the intricate web of intrigue, fear, and betrayal that could spell the end of Putin's reign. It's a story of survival. For years, being in Putin's inner circle was the ultimate guarantee of wealth and security. Now, it's a liability. As international sanctions tighten their grip, these billionaires are seeing their empires crumble. Yachts seized, assets frozen, and their lavish lifestyles under threat. The pact they made with Putin loyalty in exchange for riches. And when billionaires feel cornered, they don't just complain, they plot. Let's start with the most obvious sign, the distancing. Once, appearing alongside Putin was a photo opportunity. Now, it's a kiss of death. Oligarchs who were once his staunchest allies are now conspicuously absent. They're scrubbing their social media, downplaying their connections, and some have even fled Russia altogether. This isn't just about saving face. It's a calculated move to sever ties before the entire ship goes down. Their influence, once derived from their proximity to the Kremlin, is now being rebuilt on a foundation of opposition, however silent. They are signaling to the West and to rivals within Russia that they are no longer part of Putin's project. This public and private distancing is the first crack in the fortress, but it goes much deeper than just appearances. Inside Russia, a shadow war is brewing. The system Putin built is a delicate balance of competing factions: the security services, the military, and the oligarchs. For years, he was the master puppeteer, playing them off against each other. But now, with the war in Ukraine draining resources and prestige, these factions are starting to question his leadership. Whispers of a replacement are getting louder. It's not about democracy or freedom. It's a pragmatic power grab. Certain circles believe Putin has become a liability, and a new leader is needed to stabilize the country, renegotiate with the West, and most importantly, protect their own interests. These internal plots are the most dangerous threat to Putin, as they come from the very people who know how the system works and how to break it. Fear is a powerful motivator, especially when you have billions to lose. The fear of sanctions has triggered a global treasure hunt. Russian oligarchs are desperately trying to hide their wealth. They're transferring assets to family members, using complex shell companies, and even renouncing their Russian citizenship. They're buying up real estate in neutral countries and pouring money into untraceable assets. This frantic movement of capital is more than just financial self-preservation. It's a vote of no confidence. They are pulling their money out of Russia because they no longer believe in its future under Putin. This capital flight not only weakens the Russian economy, but also removes the financial leverage Putin once held over them. When an oligarch's wealth is safely stashed in Dubai or Hong Kong, they are far less inclined to follow orders from Moscow. This growing discontent isn't just passive. It's becoming active. Think about it. These are men who built empires from the ashes of the Soviet Union. They are ruthless, ambitious, and not accustomed to losing. The idea of a mutiny, once unthinkable, is now a real possibility. This wouldn't necessarily be a dramatic coup you see in movies. It could be more subtle. It could be a coordinated refusal to fund state projects. It could be discreetly funding opposition movements or leaking damaging information to international media. We've already seen some oligarchs like Oleg Tinkov and Mikhail Fridman publicly criticize the war. While they may have been punished for it, their defiance sends a powerful message to others. The silence can be broken. As more oligarchs feel the squeeze, the temptation to band together and push back against the Kremlin will only grow stronger. Adding fuel to this fire are the persistent rumors about Putin's health. While the Kremlin dismisses these as Western propaganda, the speculation is having a destabilizing effect. In a system built around a single strongman, any sign of weakness is a signal for sharks to circle. His occasional, unsteady appearances and prolonged absences from the public eye are scrutinized intensely within the elite. Factions begin to hedge their bets, lining up potential successors and forging new alliances. The uncertainty about who will be in charge tomorrow makes it impossible to plan for the long term. This leadership vacuum, whether real or perceived, accelerates the plotting and backstabbing. As everyone jockeys for position in a potential post-Putin era, the health issue isn't just a personal matter. It's a matter of national and political stability. Ultimately, it all comes down to the relationship between Putin and the oligarchs. This relationship was never built on friendship. It was a transactional arrangement. Putin provided the political cover, the Krisha, or roofand. The oligarchs provided the economic fuel and loyalty. Now, that roof is leaking, and the fuel is being siphoned off. Putin can no longer guarantee their wealth and security, and they are no longer willing to unconditionally support his geopolitical ambitions. This breakdown is critical. Without the financial and logistical support of the oligarchs, Putin's ability to wage war, control the economy, and maintain his grip on power is severely compromised. He is becoming increasingly isolated, relying more heavily on the hardline security factions, which only alienates the economic elites further. So, what does this all mean? We are witnessing a slow-motion dismantling of Putin's power base, not from external enemies, but from within. The oligarchs, driven by fear, self-interest, and a dawning realization that their captain is steering them towards an iceberg, are beginning to abandon ship. Some are quietly lowering the lifeboats, while others are starting to think about how they might seize control of the bridge themselves. The process will be messy, secretive, and potentially volatile. But the cracks are undeniable. The foundation of the Putin regime, built on a fragile alliance with Russia's richest men, is crumbling. The question is no longer if it will fall, but when, and who will be left standing when the dust settles. This intricate dance of power, money, and betrayal is happening right now behind the scenes. It's a high-stakes game where the future of Russia and global security hangs in the balance. The oligarchs may have been Putin's creations, but they could also prove to be his undoing. Thanks for watching. If you found this deep dive interesting, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive insights into the hidden dynamics of global power. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.